You ever notice that the busier you get, the sloppier you get? Everybody's in a hurry, the day's already behind, so you speed up, and somehow you end up further behind than when you started. I asked myself that question one July, sitting in the truck with sweat running down my back and three calls stacked up behind the one I was on. And the answer I landed on surprised me. When the summer is screaming at me to go faster, the smartest thing I can do is slow down on purpose. This has figured something out. I'm Dave. I fix air conditioners over in Kingfisher, and today I'm working through the thing that took me most of my career to believe, that in the hottest, most stacked up part of the year, going slower is how you get more done. Summer pressure in Oklahoma is a real thing. Hot houses, people at the end of their rope, a schedule that's blown by 9 in the morning. Every muscle in you wants to move quicker, skip a step, get to the next stop. For most of my years, I leaned right into that. Hurry up, knock it out, roll to the next one. Then I started watching what the rushing actually cost me. The quick diagnosis that missed the real trouble. So I'm driving back out. The wire nut I didn't tug on twice. So the thing quits a week later. The one thing I forgot to tell the homeowner, because my head was already down the road at the next house. Every one of those cost me a return trip, and a return trip in July, when I've got no room in the day to begin with, is the most expensive thing there is. The speed I thought I was banking, I was handing right back with interest. That's when I started to wonder if the whole instinct had it backwards. Turns out there's a pile of research on exactly this, and it's got a few names. One of them they call the speed accuracy trade-off. Fancy words for something simple. The faster you do a job, the more mistakes you make, and past a certain point, those mistakes eat up more time than the hurry ever saved. They've measured it in all kinds of skilled work. There's a real spot where going faster starts making you slower once you count the do-overs. There's the heat piece too, which I've chewed on before on this show. A hot body makes worse calls, so summer is already stacking the odds against you before you add the rush on top. And there's the old thing the good craftsman always knew, that the researchers now dress up and study. Doing it right the first time beats doing it twice, almost every time. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Sounds like something stitched on a pillow, but the numbers underneath it are real. The careful hand, who never has to come back, beats the fast hand, who's always out fixing yesterday's work. So now, in the summer, when the pressure is at its worst, I slow myself down on purpose. Not lazy slow, careful slow. I run the whole diagnostic even when I'm dead sure I already know what's wrong, because a hot July afternoon is exactly when I'm most likely to be wrong in a hurry. I check the connections twice. I run the system and stand there and watch it before I load my tools. I take the extra minute on the porch to tell the homeowner what I found and what to keep an eye on. Every one of those minutes feels like money slipping away, with the schedule breathing on my neck. And every one of them keeps me from a return trip I flat can't afford in the heat. The hardest part is trusting it when everything around you is hollering to move. The sweating homeowner wants fast. The full schedule wants fast. Your own racing brain wants fast. And the right answer is to take one breath and do it complete. Because the rush job is the one that drags you back out, and the slow, finished job is the one that actually opens up your week. Here's the real thing I figured out. Speed in the summer is a trap. It feels like you're being productive, and it's actually the most wasteful move you can make. The way to get more houses handled in the heat is to do each one once, all the way through, and never have to drive back. That is not slower. Counting the whole thing, start to finish, it's the fastest there is. So that's what I've got. When the Oklahoma summer screams at me to hurry, I've learned to do the opposite and slow my hands down. The rushed job comes back. The careful job is done. And in the hottest, busiest stretch of the year, the most valuable thing I own is a job I never have to load up and drive back out to fix. Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. A lot of hard summers taught me to believe it. This has figured something out. I'm Dave Hartzell. Thanks for riding along with me. Call 405-375-4822 or book at hartzellsheetair.com.